He's also a member of the select board there.
Last and oldest is what he
Sorry, no, then we got.
Hi, I'm Herb Vadney from Meredith, and thank you, Ed and Barbara, for hosting this tonight. Also, first, I'd like to introduce my wife, Karen, standing right there on the wall. Some of you folks from Gilford may recognize her because she worked for Dr. Eckel for about 15 years, one of your dentists who's now retired. I followed a slightly different path than the ones who preceded me. I spent nearly 30 years, 27 years active duty, and some other in the Air Force. Thank you so much. My push on running for the legislature is I'm a fiscal conservative. Some say cheapskate. Somebody said politely I should call myself extremely frugal, but cheapskate's okay with me. I grew up in Francistown. Anybody know where Francistown is? Down in Hillsborough County, southern Hillsborough County. Went to UNH. I'm a mechanical engineer. I have a degree in civil engineering as well, a master's, and have done a lot of technical work. My focus is education. My focus is frugal spending. I'm a strong believer in Melvin Thompson's comment that low taxes result in low spending. You've got to go to the money first, and you've got to find out that, and that's, I'm very proud of Colette and the Finance Committee this year. They laid out the budget. They said, this is the revenue stuff first. Find out how much money you've got, and then see what you can do. Reversing the last few years. We used to do that 40, 50 years ago, but we got away from it. We got the idea of let's see what we can do, and then we'll see how we'll get the money to do it and borrow it or whatever. So congratulations to Colette in this past legislature. She mentioned that she said 3 business people, because Bob and Kevin and Colette are all business people. In a way, I am too. I've lived in probably 7 or 8 states. I lived in France for 4 years. I have owned property, rental property, in South Dakota, California, Virginia, and New Hampshire. And if you want to find an area, as Colette was saying about regulation, I would submit there hasn't been a landlord-friendly rule of any kind passed in the last 40 years. I mean, they find every way they can, and what they're really doing is driving the private landlord out of business. So if you want to talk private business and excessive regulation, look at the rental business, and you'll find that is very, very oppressive. From the standpoint of the things on my card here, and there's a whole bunch over here, I'd like you to pick one up. I couldn't agree more with Kevin and the others who have spoken. Right to work, these are things that we should have done years ago. We have to get them done. And so I don't want to bore you to tears on this stuff because I agree with pretty much everything that's been said here. I did spend a long time in the Air Force. I have been on a number of committees. I'm a selectman in Meredith now. I served for about 14, 15 years on the planning board up there, and have done a number of other things in the local communities. And I come to Gilford often. I'll be happy to meet with any of your people, any of your groups or anything you'd like. So you from Gilford, feel free to call on me, and I'll be happy to, and I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
GrokTV.